Hi, Murakami drops its game, free to holders. Become an NFT bonsai farmer. Visit the Nouns pop-up drop shop in Shinjuku. This and more in today's action-packed episode of the NEKO-ALPHA show, bringing you the NFT news and alpha and more from Japan. I'm Neil, and I'm here with United Neko Alliance co-founder Steve. Remember, this is not financial advice. Do your own research. So let's start with a look at the NFT.jp 7-day NFT ranking.jp 7-day volume. So we've actually had a bit of a slow week for new drops, but a couple interesting things. So as I just mentioned, Murakami has dropped his game. So this is like looks a bit like the old Tamagotchi type game. It's called Flower Go Walk. And you can see there was a video here. Where's the video? I think this might be the video. Okay, here you go. You can see a little bit of action there. Very, very old school. So I think this is the last day. If you hold a flower, you've got to sign up and register and you'll get one of these sent to you in a while. Presumably, they're also going to go on sale. And the other thing worth noting, okay, I see number 11, we got Talisman paper of Yama. And looking at that, this is dropped by the Ninja DAO CNP PJ. That's another project from Crypto Ninja Partners. And it says this NFT will be used to call a new partner, Yama, at the Crypto Ninja Partners Bar Nin event in November 2022. Please note that the NFT will automatically burn at the end of its roll in November 2022. So there's a new project coming. There's going to be an IRL event. So this sounds pretty cool. So you're going to get something. And just looking back at the ranking here, I mean, the CNP is basically just ruling Japan NFT world right now. Number one, Crypto Ninja Partners, 7-day volume, 400 ETH. Remember, that's a 22,000 assets in that, and a floor price of 1.69 currently. And at number 4, CNP Jobs, number 5, CNP Rookies, and number 8, Very Long CNP, which has been pumping too. That's recently got up to a 0.06. So it's just, CNP is everywhere. And this looks like, and actually there's going to be a little bit more information about another new CNP project later in this show. So next we have, okay, here's one new thing that popped up at number 11, no, what was I going to say? Oh, number 14, Mia 300. So it says, this is a 300-piece collection, not surprisingly. And you can see it's generative. So it says an individual artist and an engineer. So it's a duo aiming to make NFT art that represents even generative NFT can be worth as an art piece. Okay, so trying to, and it's, well, you can see right here, it's got some interesting variations on a side profile. And what's the floor on that? Of 58% unique owners, which is pretty high for a Japan project, and 0.2 floor price. So yeah, there seems to be some interest in that. And so that's really like a little bit light on new projects dropping this week, which is not surprising since we've had like several weeks of just tons of stuff. But there is a bunch of new stuff coming up, and so here's one, Bonsai NFT Farm. So this has been coming for a while. And Steve, you want to fill us in a bit on this one?
Yeah, actually, a couple days ago, we were at the Azuki party, and we talked to Majisuke-san, who is the founder and the guy running this project Bonsai NFT farm. We've known him for quite a while now. He's a big figure in the space here in Japan, in Tokyo. But he is a bonsai creator, actual physical bonsai.
Yeah, every time,
Or-
everywhere we
Yeah,
see him, he's always carrying one of his bonsai, a real bonsai with him, like super small miniature size ones. And yeah, and we do, as you said, we see him a lot, and he's a great guy too. He's so like um, positive and bubbly, and just kind of fun guy to run into at events.
totally. Yeah, with his bonsai in hand, always. But he's got this new drop. It's the Bonsai NFT farm. And I see you're on that visual, so that's a good one. But basically, it's a drop of 8,031 NFTs, and it's a weird number, but it actually in Japan it's very common to sound out words with numbers. So 8031, 80 could be like bo, like bo. The eight could look like a b, and then 31. Three is san in or sa, could be sa in Japanese, and then one is ichi or e. So you sound it out as bonsai 8,031. That's why the number is 8,031. So he's minted 4,824 NFTs. There's 3,200 to go. He started minting through the public mint on the 25th, so 2 days ago. There was a whitelist for that at zero point zero 0.02. The public sale was 0.03. And then, so it's still available, although the floor price is below the mint price, but he is looking to give some extra benefits for people who are going to be minting. So we'll see how that goes. But the reveal is the 28th. And if you register a certain number of the NFTs, you can get a physical bonsai. So that is something that could be interesting. There are different levels of bonsai holders. If you have 1 to 9, you're a gardener, 30 to 99, you're a large gardener, over 100 super gardener, and he's got another kind of promotion where if you can register a number of them, you can have some other like perks. So we're seeing that the distribution of holders is a little bit concentrated, but it is what it is. But here you see this graphic. He's actually partnering with 4 different artists in the space and collaborations. They're all pretty big names. You have Neo Tokyo Punks side there. Then you have PPP-san, who we've talked to a couple times in our spaces. She does the Kyomugao project, and then Onigiri Man and Big Konushi. So it's kind of cool. I don't know if they're one of spread throughout the collection, but that's cool that he's working with those. The,
Did you get rugged there, Steve?
I'm here. I know if there's. I guess that's pretty much it that I want to talk about.
All right. Yeah. So that's yeah. It's interesting. I think people trying to combine stuff with physical and NFTs. It's still a challenging area, but it's great to see this kind of innovation. We know that he's super passionate about bonsai, and it's pretty cool. It's a lot of interest in it. So let's see how that goes, and we'll definitely be staying in touch with them.
Oh
So
yeah. Let me just add. So I should have mentioned this specifically before. So if you hold over 10 of the bonsai NFTs, you can get a real bonsai. And there's certain rules and regulations when it comes to these plants, these They look like trees, but they're plants. But I think they're plants. But anyway, there are certain regulations. But if you have over 10, you real physical.
Yeah, and that's probably like, I don't know how that's going to work with like shipping overseas or stuff like that. It's probably mostly for Japan, but I'm sure that information is available.
He actually said they have to be in quarantine for like over a year or something like that, or they can be shipped. It's pretty tight regulations, but
Yeah, shipping plans is not an easy
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
All right, so moving along, this is pretty cool. We've got David Horvath, who's a well-known creator and has some successful NFT projects of his own. He's collaborated with Nouns, and he's doing. They've created these soft vinyl figures, and you can see some here on his Twitter feed. And they're doing a pop-up DropShop exhibition starting tomorrow, Friday, at Fumeni Shinjuku in the Marui Annex. So that's and I think there's 9 or 12 artists that and some of these are really well known in Japan. Some of these artists, and the artists have all got one of these figures and painted them. So they're all one-of-one pieces, and those will be on sale at the pop-up space. So if you're in, you can see the list of artists here. Check out David's feed, or the I think it's also on Fumeni, or probably Nouns Style Japan would also have something on this. But yeah, here's Hardican. That's what they look like before they're painted. They were just green. So we saw some of that. We kind of saw a sneak preview of the figures at the NFTers meetup. Don Kratzer dropped by and gave us a peek. Here's another one. But so here's some of the artists, and yeah, I mean these ones that done up. So it's all the same garlic noun figure, but this is pretty cool. So I think later it's going to be done in sort of some standard colors, and then put on sale in some I guess mass produced, but maybe pretty small volume. But initially, this is the one-of-one. So if you want a one-of-one garlic head noun soft vinyl figure, head over to Fumeni in Shinjuku tomorrow. And so there's going to be a bit of I think that's running for a week or 2 weeks. What is that? Till it's about a week, so till 11:02, so next Wednesday. But there's a bit of a opening reception tomorrow, a bit of a party. So pop by tomorrow if you can make it, 5 p.m. at Fumeni in Shinjuku.
So Neil, are they only available IRL pop-up shop at this point?
I think so. Yeah.
Your understanding? Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is kind of like I know that this was David Horvath got funded through the Nouns. I think Nouns Prop. So there's like this Nouns ecosystem has this amazing sort of way to handle a pipeline of proposals, and they approve a lot of stuff. And one of the ways they do that is so for very, very big projects, it's got to go through the on-chain voting. But they basically delegated a couple. There's Nouns Prop, and then there's a couple ways where a group of Nouns holders run basically. They get a bunch of funding, and then they can dole it out as they see fit to cool Nounish projects. And David was very early project that got approved to sort of make a real life figure, and it's been all sourced and created in Japan. So it's which is has just amazing quality here for this kind of stuff. And this is how they're launching it with some artists doing some. I know Don Kratzer is the man on that. He's a complete figure otaku and knows everything about the whole ecosystem for creating figures here. And he was the man on the ground that was helping to set up a lot of that stuff. And so this is very, very cool. Looking
Yeah,
forward to that.
one thing on what Don told me as well. He said that he's actually I don't know if it was with David or he was the one that actually got it sourced, but they're working with very traditional craftsmen, Japanese craftsmen that have a certain ability to craft in a certain style, and they're working with those people to make these figures. I don't know if you talked about that with interesting.
Yeah, I mean
It's not mass produced molded. It's very sort of traditionally made in sort of that craftsmen don't do anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole scene for that. Oh, I did okay, somebody got rugged. I hope it's not me.
I'm here.
Okay, all right. Keep going then. So Don's been in that scene for years and years and years, and I think he knows kind of everybody on the artistic side, but also on the manufacturing side. So this is it's really great to bring this together. David, Nouns, Don, and just like we were just talking about with the Bonsai project, right? I think it's still challenging to find ways to bring in the physical stuff with NFTs and get the same kind of excitement that there is on just people dropping the next NFT project. But I think this is it's part of the evolution. We just saw like a Azuki, with their physical back token and their golden skateboard and stuff. So it's everybody wants to do it, and we're seeing different ways of experimenting in this area. And of course, Nouns is forging ahead, trying to be the number one worldwide CC0 brand, right? So this is just another project in their bunch of projects that they've got going on. But it's really it's cool to see some IRL stuff. They've Nouns has also done. They did some glasses, so they've done Nouns glasses, and I think they have quite a few projects that are both like IRL event related and physical product related. So I just love seeing more of this happening because this is what the future holds for NFTs is just a lot more exciting stuff when we kind of figure out the ways to do it. So and of course I'm a big fan of Nouns project through my involvement with Shark DAO early on, and great. We're looking forward to meeting some Japan Nouns community people tomorrow, hopefully.
Totally.
So next, okay, this is another project this is another upcoming mint. So this is Saturday, 29th, 0.001 ETH. Looks like a whitelist. Whitelisted for the first hour from 9:30 a.m., then 10:30. There's another whitelist, I guess. So I don't know. Might all be whitelisted. But 13,888 pieces. Kojiki Project. The Kojiki is it's kind of a history. It's like legends, I guess, basically like sort of the legendary history of Japan up to the year 800. Which you think 800, there should be some actually recorded history too. So it might sort of be a mix of mythology and sort of leaning into some real more real stuff, but a lot of the characters of the Kojiki legends are gods. And what this project has done, let's see, I think I've got their webpage here. Yeah, so they've been working for a while, and they've been making voice dramas. So they've put characters, and it's very, you can see the style here of the art. It's very sort of anime style, but then they've made these voice dramas that they've been releasing, and now they're going to, and I think it's on Voicey, and now they're dropping NFTs too. So this is very story driven, which is we haven't seen that much of yet in Japan. Of course, we're super interested in that because that's how the NEKO Alliance is rolling. So yeah, and I got an intro to the founder, Murakami-san, the founder of Kojiki, and hope to talk to him soon. Maybe we'll get him on our spaces and hear more about details about this project. So they did have a previous drop of, this is called Koji Pro, so Kojiki Project, Koji Pro, God's Origin. So there's 28 items. So I think these are kind of like the main characters of their story. And then the of course, 13,000 pieces is going to be generative. So we'll see about that. And then, so a lot of action, right? We're talking about stuff minting today, tomorrow, Saturday, and here's Sunday, the 30th of October. Our friends over at Mitama Mint, Riku and Zach, etc., are putting together their mint, dropping their mint. And that's happening on the 30th. It's a Dutch auction, starts at 0.6, goes down to 0.1. And there should be a link here. They just, here's the link. So they just dropped a new Medium post about what they're doing. It's quite a lot going on here. So it's when we've touched base on it in our spaces and previous YouTube. So I won't get into it too much, but check out we'll leave links below, and check out the Medium article because they've got a lot planned. But it's about basically a way to sort of build a DAO and support good projects, charity. And okay, here we are. Now we're into November, the 12th of November, pre-sale, 3,000 pieces, 002. Here we are with another Crypto Ninja Partners project, Nounish CNP. So this is basically pixel art versions of the CNP characters with a Nounish look to it. So I totally expect this to blow up just like every other CNP project. Definitely, it may still be possible to get them the pre-sale. I'll be looking into that a little bit later. That's so 12th of November, pre-sale 8 p.m. That's Japan time, I assume, and 8:30 public sale. So yeah, this of course will sell out because the CNP project is huge and very supportive of all of the new projects coming out. And last, I thought just throw in another plug for our friends over at JohnSmith On Chain. We had Tony on the other day on our spaces talking about this. And Tony's turning into the personality. I think Tony's becoming John Smith. Here's someone's done some fan art here, and it looks like someone biting. I think that's Tony biting a lemon. It says spies stay silent and eat lemons. I think it's somehow like sort of like there's probably some kind of Japanese saying or something that related to I guess that's sort of like if you take a bite of a lemon, that kind of puckering mouth shape is sort of like, keeping your mouth shut and not spilling the beans there.
And I thought
So
there was
here's
I thought there was a play on words as well, because spy is John Smith is a spy, but like you bite a
yeah,
lemon,
okay,
it's
okay.
spy, which is
Thanks,
Japanese
Steve.
for like
Thanks. Yeah.
bitter,
Okay.
like sour. I mean,
Yeah, that's it.
spy.
Supai means spy is spy, of course, and supai is sour. Yeah. Okay, okay,
Possibly.
okay. Yeah, now I get it. Yeah. Okay. So I was just making up stuff that was totally not true. Thank you for helping me out there, Steve.
So eat a lemon and be spy.
Yeah,
Be a
that's
spy.
good. Yeah, it's a Japanese pun. Okay, and here's
Also known as Oyaji gag in the
yeah,
vernacular.
yeah, like a dad, or which is a dad joke, right? But uh, and here's look at Tony. There's his metamorphizing into John Smith. Look at him. He looks more like John Smith every day. Anyhow, cool. So that's they still don't have an exact date. It's going to be November, so keep an eye out for that. And he's saying that the mint will be during evening night in Japan because gas is usually cheaper. So that means early morning West Coast, maybe early morning or daytime. Yeah, it'll definitely be so basically daytime for North America and late in Japan. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Nice.
A lot of stuff coming up. It's exciting.
Yeah.
And there's more too. There's more like running across more that's a little bit further out later in November, December. So just a ton of action as usual. CNP projects is CNP is probably a really good way if you're just learning about Japan projects and you're like, what should I get? What's something that's going to have legs? That community is huge. It's super supportive. Every project we've seen for CNP is just basically, his number goes up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there is, it's possible to get in their Discord. They do have an English channel. That's pretty active. So I think it's, and they're figuring out how to sort of expand more overseas too, I think. But it's really amazing. I mean, if you look at their flagship project, Crypto Ninja Partners, like it's like 1.5 ETH, and it's a 20,000 project. It launched in the bear market, so it's regularly showing up at the top of OpenSea rankings. So I think it's just a matter of time before more people outside of Japan really click into this. So yeah, definitely. Check out some of these other it's a DAO, right? So that they're continuously members in the DAO are creating new projects, and very long CNP is one that has recently been moving up, and then we've got this Nounish CNP coming very soon. So that's about it for today. And please remember to follow us on Twitter. Join our spaces on Tuesdays. We had 1,000 people this Tuesday. It was a lot of fun and really active. And please subscribe to our YouTube, and also keep an eye out for more news. We're getting very close to announcing more stuff. I know we keep saying that, but we're working for the cats, and people talk about herding cats, but we're being herded by cats, and this is really something we're still getting used to, right, Steve? But
Yeah, and we got to follow their schedule.
but
We
there's
have control over it.
yeah, we got to follow their schedule, and but the good news is, this is a secret mission that we can bring in people, and we're going to let you know about it. So join us for the journey. It's going to be very cool. So on that note, let's jump into the outro.
Take us home.
Take us home, man. Yeah, I'm excited about the Nouns. I think tomorrow. I hope a bunch of people come.